Welcome back to the Personal Foul Podcast. I am your host, Colton Gesser. Alongside me is my co-host, Phil. Phil, how the heck are we? I know we're both very probably fired up going into this episode, to be honest with you.
Let's just say I've been better.
Well, before we dive in, make sure you're following us on Facebook and subscribing to our YouTube on the ticker below. We appreciate everyone's reaction and interactions with us, so please continue on doing that. We definitely appreciate it. But I think it's that time of the show before we get into some football to talk about what is the World Series. And it's Phil's time to rant on the New York Yankees. Phil, floor is yours.
I know everyone's can't wait for me to get on here and start screaming and yelling. Look, series was over. The series, I said this from the beginning. The moment Cole was pulled after 88 pitches on Friday night, this series was over. The incompetence of Aaron Boone, time and time again, rears its ugly head. For 5 years, I've been saying this. Everyone's like, oh, no, Phil, no, he's a good manager. Look how many wins. Oh, he's so good, blah, blah, blah. The national spotlight is finally on him. He has finally shown what a fraud he is to the world. I have been redeemed, as I should be, because I am the genius. Thank you, Ray. It is a nice shirt, isn't it? It's good riddance, but we'll talk about that later. Right now, it needs to be good riddance to Aaron Boone because the man is a terrible, terrible manager. Not only did he pull Cole at 88 pitches. This is your ace. Your ace only went 88 pitches. Guy's making $300 million, 88 pitches. You then bring in Jake Cousins in the 10th inning. Who the hell is Jake Cousins and why is he in the game? Luke Weaver couldn't go another inning. Your shutdown closer that you love so much that you burned out you burned not only him, but the entire bullpen out this entire postseason. You bring Jake Cousins in the 10th inning? Are you serious? My God, that is so atrocious. And what does he do? He lets the bottom of the lineup get on, and then you bring in Nestor Cortez, which is another terrible move. I'm not going to beat that dead horse to death. It's just been so piss poor, move after move after move. Jazz Chisholm not scoring from third base, and you see Stanton get thrown out last night. By the way, the Yankees have been in last place the past 3 years and advancing to home. I've been screaming about that also. There's another thing Boone has never fixed, something that needs to be rectified in the offseason. How? By getting rid of them and putting in someone who knows what the hell they're doing. And Mr. Analytics, Aaron Boone here. For some reason, Carlos Rodon, who has a 4.69 ERA on the road and a 3.11 ERA at home, pitches Rodon in game 2. And Schmidt, who shouldn't even be in the rotation, it should have been Stroman, who has a 3.86 ERA lifetime against the Dodgers. No, let's not pitch him. Let's put in Clark Schmidt, the rookie, who is a 1.59 ERA on the road and a 4.5 ERA at home. I don't understand. You always go by these stats. You're Mr. Book with the stats and everything. And then when you have stats in front of you, you don't use them. Why don't you use them? I said I wasn't going to yell today, but God damn it, he pisses me off. I hate Aaron Boone with a passion. If I see him right now, I'm just going to slap the tartar out of his teeth. He sickens me. He is the worst goddamn manager I've ever seen. Screw you, John Mayer. The hell with you. I'm not even going to read your comments. Yes, I will get to Joe Slicer playing in right field, Ian. Go ahead, Colton. I need a breath. I'm so aggravated. So damn aggravated. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, again, I'm going to go with the comment down here from the great John Mayer. It says, Judge should have his ass benched tonight. That's my thing. Yeah. You bitch about Aaron Boone. He's the least of my problems, to be honest. It starts with Aaron Judge. How many times is this guy going to come up in a big spot and continue to do dick on a stick? I'm so sick and tired of Aaron Judge. I really am. Been riding him all postseason, and he continues to suck in the biggest spots. This is exactly why the Yankees cannot lose Juan Soto. And if you do, good luck to ever making the World Series again. Because I can tell you 99 is not getting you there. He's going to get you in the playoffs, and that's about it. Don't ask him to do anything else. I don't understand what this guy's approach is at the plate. He looks like a totally different hitter. I don't understand why when he's sandwiched between Juan Soto and the red hot Giancarlo Stanton. By the way, he's got a forever pass. I know. I just don't understand what the fuck Judge is on. I really cannot understand what the hell he's doing at the plate. And he's totally a different player. I mean, that's just kind of part of the problem here. So sure, I know Boone blows. We already know that. We already know what Boone is. My problem is Judge keeps coming up in big spots with guys on and continues to do nothing at the plate. So that's my problem with the Yankees and why this postseason and the World Series has been such a shit show as far as the Yankees. I see you smirk. I'm like, you can shit on Boone every single time. That's fine. Like, it's whatever. It's never going to change. My problem is they win if Aaron Judge is hitting, and the problem is Aaron Judge is coming up. And the thing is, he's coming up with guys on. It's not like he's coming up and bases are empty. It's like, oh, and he's flying out, striking out. No, he's coming up with guys on. Like Juan Soto is always getting on in front of him, and he continues to do shit at the dish. He's the problem. Like, I can't believe I'm saying it. He sucks. And it does look like still trying to hit a ball. Aaron Judge looks like
that's what I was smirking at. Stick it up your ass, John Mayer. But they couldn't wait for this show today. Oh my God. It looked like Joe Sliso trying to field the ball in right field and costing us a freaking championship game. Thanks a lot, Joe Sliso. You suck again. You ruined everything. Nate, why weren't you in right field? I bitched about this in the other playoffs. We go to the fall playoffs and you shit the bed again. You look like the Yankees out there. This is terrible. Awful, awful, awful. All right, but back to the Yankees. Judge, this isn't his first go-around in the playoffs. This is his, fourth or fifth playoffs? And he continues to fail. He is Mr. May. Dave Winfield is very proud of him right now. George Steinbrenner is spinning in his grave. Mr. May, that's what you are, Aaron Judge. You have been an abortion. It has been an absolute abortion watching you come to the plate time and time again, striking out, striking. You're not missing by an inch. You're missing by 6, 8 inches on these stupid curveballs. Hey, Judge, here's a tip. When you see the red dot, don't swing because it's going out of the zone. I don't know why your hitting coach can't tell you that. Simple enough to me, but no, you keep swinging at garbage. Awful. Sickening. Just absolutely sickening. I just hope we get swept tonight and get this over with.
And the thing is, he would go down as an all-time Yankee. He could possibly be a Mount Rushmore Yankee if they were to win this World Series and he produces. The thing is, he's not even going to sniff any remote close to Mount Rushmore of Yankees. Like, the fact is, Yankee fans only care about the postseason. That's true. He is totally a different player in the postseason. Like, this team's all about, and again, I feel bad for the guy because, like, I know he's trying. Like, he knows you got to produce in the postseason. He always says the right things. Like, so it all comes down to, like, cool, the MVP, all this stuff. You got to produce in the biggest spots. And he, some odd reason, continues to come up small. Like, I don't get it. His approach is totally different, and that's why you cannot let Juan Soto go because he looks like the same player from the regular season to the post. He has the same plate approach. It's all the same. You cannot lose Juan Soto. That's all I'm getting at.
He's gone to the Dodgers. Let's not kid ourselves. You don't think they're going to throw $700 million at him either? You're going to have Soto, Ohtani. I mean, that's going to be a dynasty for a long time. That's why the Yankees needed to win this series. A, to prevent the Dodgers from winning multiple titles. So that's going to happen. And B, to keep Soto. And Soto's going to see the other team celebrating probably tonight and going to be like, oh, yeah, I could join them. I could slip right into right field over there and win a few rings and get paid handsomely. That's exactly what's going to happen. But as for Judge, he tries to be Derek Jeter, who killed Aaron Boone, by the way, after game 1. Well done there, Jeter. He tries to be Jeter. He acts like Jeter, but he can't produce like Jeter in the postseason, and that's what it's all about. And you're talking about Mount Rushmore. He can't even get over Marble Hill right now. That's how bad Judge is. He's absolute toast. He's fried. He should have been. You moved Stanton down in the lineup tonight. Why? I don't know. He should be hitting 3. Put Judge down to 5. Take a little bit of pressure off of him. But no, Boone has to be everybody's friend. He can't aggravate the almighty Aaron Judge. God forbid. No, let's not try to win a championship. It's sickening. Boone needs to go. The hell with Aaron Boone. I want to say bad things right now, but I'm not.
It's so funny watching your head like quiver as you're just trying to like avoid
I just
saying
wanted to
bad
explode.
things.
I'm ready to throw my laptop right now. That's how goddamn aggravated I've been in this series. I've never seen such a shit show of mistakes time after time after time. Why the hell did you send Stan last night? How do you send him? How do you send him last night? That is absolutely atrocious. Who the hell's coaching third base, Arnie Lauer? What is that? That was god awful. You do not send Stan home on that play. Hernandez had the ball and he just touched third base. Oh my fucking God. I can't take it. Every goddamn game, there's an issue with this guy. Every game, Boone, you need to go. Just do the right thing and resign after your humble loss tonight. I can't wait for you to screw up tonight for the quintet, whatever the hell it is, trifecta, whatever the hell. I'm sick. I can't talk about this anymore. I'm shamed. Absolutely shamed.
I see the people in the comments complaining about Stan. It's not Stan whatsoever. Everyone knows he has no wheels. You don't send him there. It's not even remotely.
You don't send him at all.
As soon as they sent them, I'm like, oh my God, what is
exactly?
It's a former Mets manager. I'm forgetting who the hell is that third.
A bum.
Was it Rojas?
Why they're not in the World Series?
Rojas?
Screw you, Met fan. Rojas went to the Mets.
No, Rojas is the third base coach.
No, Rojas is the manager of the Mets.
Mendoza is the manager.
Mendoza, that's right. Wow, whatever.
You buffoon. So I am right. It is Rojas. You suck.
Jeez,
I don't know.
Whoever it was needs to be fired, just like Aaron Boone, just like everyone on that staff.
That's all I know is you suck. But yes, so do the Yankees, and we will next week wrap up how they probably got swept tonight, as we will not be doing a show tomorrow. Clearly, we do our shows today on Tuesdays. So we will talk about the sweep next week because, God, they suck. And you know what sucks? Ohtani's going to be pitching next year. Like, the Orioles probably get their shit together next year. When the hell are the Yankees making the World Series again?
Not for a while, because Soto will be a Dodger. And when Soto leaves, the Yankees are a 500 team. That's going to be the problem. But we'll talk about that later on in the offseason when Soto leaves. It's a guarantee you.
If he goes to the Dodgers, can you watch baseball?
I'm telling you right now.
Can you watch baseball if he goes to the Dodgers? Like, there's such an imbalance of
baseball.
Imbalance
I'm giving you a genius prediction right now. Soto will be a Dodger.
The thing is, would you watch baseball? Like, I wouldn't watch baseball if he's a Dodger anymore. I don't know if I'd watch baseball again. There was such an imbalance in the league if he goes to the Dodgers.
Let the strong survive. Urinate on the weak. Like how I urinate on John Mayer. Screw the Mets. Screw Grimace. By the way, I heard you were Grimace for your Halloween party over there, huh?
I was indeed
Grimace. That I wasn't invited to, by the way. Where was my invite?
You're chirping up at the wrong person. Sorry to tell you, Phil. Not my house, but
fraud.
Again, but funny stuff. Yankees suck. Mets suck. We all suck. Dodgers going to win it all. By the way, shout out to Freddie Freeman. Absolute dog, Freddie Freeman.
Oh, look, he's a hell of a player. And this is the difference between the Yankees' big three and the Dodgers' big three. The Yankees' big three cannot get a big hit at the right time because they're too busy striking out. Not Soto, but Stanton and Judge. Where Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman just know how to get those timely hits. They may not hit as many home runs, but I'll take that clutch hit any day over a meaningless home run in July against the Royals or the Mets or somebody like that, one of those trash teams. To me, coming up in the clutch, getting that big hit, like Ohtani with that double that Soto misplayed and Torres don't know what the hell he was doing there. And where was Rizzo not backing up the man? Oh, my God, Rizzo. He's been atrocious this postseason as well. Where the hell was he on Friday night? Why did he stop right before the base? Why didn't he go in there and try to slide? I didn't understand what – no one's talked about that either. That's another abortion that freaking Boone has done nothing about. Just
Jeez, Phil, is that true? God. That's really unfortunate.
I saw Alex Lund, the loser, yesterday when I went to go early vote. And I had to let him know that I kicked his ass in fantasy football and fantasy basketball last week. That's right, Alex. You're 0-1. You stink. And I'm going to kick your ass this week, too. I play you.
Yeah, sorry. I already got the lead on you, and I'm not
you got a 50-point lead. Big deal. You played a couple more games than me. Your
We
team
played
is
the same
trash.
amount. We played the same amount. I know you like making excuses for yourself.
You're Aaron Boone. You'll blow it somehow.
Nah, I will win it all, just like last year, bitch.
I will win it all. By the way, you had to hear Colton cry last night trying to trade Bryce Young, the worst quarterback in the league. He wants his ransom for Bryce Young. The guy's a bum. He stinks. Drop him. Someone's going to go pick up Joe Flacco this week instead of Bryce Young. He's trash. And speaking of football, let's go segue into that because I'm sick of talking about the fucking Yankees. Damn.
Whoa! Party foul. Party foul. But yes, working our way into the NFL. Had some big news today. Deontay Johnson traded to the Baltimore Ravens. Another wide receiver off the board. Anthony Richardson benched for Joe Flacco for pulling himself off the field for being too tired last week. We'll get into that in a second. Slow down.
I just want to say, what did I say a few weeks ago about Flacco? What did the genius say? They should have left Flacco in. But go ahead. I digress.
We'll get to it. And Stephon Diggs tears his ACL. So another injury to the Houston Texans receiving core. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But again, you mentioned Joe Flacco. We'll go there before we get into a recap of the week. Anthony Richardson pulls himself out of the game after getting hit. He looked fine. He bounced right back up. Like, it's like he was tired. Like, my man, you're not a running back in college. Like, there ain't no switching at quarterback. What the heck are you doing? And it sends a message to the roster. It sends a message to the fans. And the Colts responded swiftly with benching the 22-year-old and Anthony Richardson. Your thoughts, Phil?
So, apparently, I didn't notice until today. You're allowed to make stupid penalties, which cost your team 15 yards. You know, if you go shooting somebody, bam, 15 yards. You're allowed to, basically, get arrested, come back to play, whatever. But if you tap yourself, you tap your helmet, you come out for a play, that is an unwritten rule in the NFL. That is sacrilege, apparently. I didn't know that until today. And it wasn't because he had an injury. He was just tired. So that tells me he's out of shape. He's not ready for the big time yet. He needs to sit on the bench and learn. I wouldn't play him the rest of the year, especially the way Flacco's playing. There is absolutely zero reason to put Richardson in. Richardson's been terrible. I mean, absolutely terrible at quarterback. His stats, we'll get into that in a second, but he has not been good. He has lost more than he's won. Flacco's come in. He's done a damn good job. He should have lost last week to the Dolphins, but my Aaron Boone of football, Mike McDaniel, decided to lose that game. We'll get into that in a little bit as well. But as for Richardson, I wouldn't touch him the rest of the year. I would definitely bench him and let Flacco play.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's a guy that needs to play because he didn't play a lot in college at Florida. And again, taking yourself out of the game is not really the great way to get your playing time in if you're Anthony Richardson, especially after missing pretty much his whole rookie season last year with an injury. But again, I don't understand what the hell's going on in Indy. But again, Anthony Richardson might be wearing out his time with pulling moves like that. But again, we'll take a look at the rest of the Week 8 slate. And we had a big win there Thursday night for the Los Angeles Rams as they win 30-20 over the Minnesota Vikings. And a win that brings them right back into the NFC West. So big win for the LA Rams. Again, we'll continue on because I know you're going to probably piss and shit on the Jets. So we'll get into that in a little bit.
Damn right I am.
Philadelphia Eagles wipe out the Bengals, 37-17. Bengals thought they were getting right back on the right track and then get steamrolled in their own building by the Eagles, who looked to be gaining some traction after the ass whooping they gave the New York Giants a week before in the Barkley return to MetLife. Falcons and a weird game.
Before you move on, one thing I noticed in that game, Hurts had 3 tush pushes. They are not giving the ball to Barkley at the 1-yard line, which I find kind of odd. It's like because Barkley's never been that guy to get that 1 yard when you need it. So I find it very interesting that they're going back to that tush push a lot more now. May get Hurts hurt later on in the season. We shall see.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The thing that's been their go-to, and you can't stop it. So why stop it? Lions absolutely take a leak on the Titans, 52-14. Falcons beat. I know Arnie was sleeping for his team, but Arnie's Falcons win 31-26 over the Buccaneers with no receivers. So shout out to Baker Mayfield for that performance. Cleveland stuns the Ravens 29-24. Famous Jameis back in the saddle. Big win. Your thoughts?
I was shocked. I loved Baltimore this week. I was like, there's no way they're going to lose to Cleveland, let alone cover it. And hey, Ian, calm down. I'm not saying anything bad about Hurts. I'm just saying you better watch it because there's no reason for Hurts to take these hits when you got Barkley there. Anyway, back to Winston. I think he did a hell of a job. Cleveland all of a sudden is a scary team because you get rid of Cooper, you get rid of Winston. That defense is going to start playing. You got Chubb back. I think they could. Yes, you did, Ray Trimble. You said Ray Trimble took a bet. He took Cleveland money line, but he also took the Giants money line parlay. It was a nice payout, but you took the Giants, and that's too damn bad. On the flip side with Baltimore, they're not a championship team. You can't be losing at home to the Raiders and losing at Cleveland and think you're going to contend for a Super Bowl. No, that's not happening. I can give you the week 1 loss to Kansas City, but those 2 losses, that's atrocious. You can't lose games like that. So, no, I don't think Baltimore is going to be a Super Bowl contender. Unfortunately, I think the Bills could be. I think they can put a scare into the Chiefs finally this year.
Yes, I do think they do as well. Again, Texans beat up a Colts team that came back late, 23-20. Los Angeles Chargers take a leak on the New Orleans Saints, who look like they're going down the toilet. 26.
Rattler stinks, by the way. Rattler is terrible. What in the hell are they playing him for? My God.
Derek Carr's hurt. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I know Carr's hurt, but play the other guy. What's his name? Huter or whatever?
I don't know. He sucks too. What's the difference? Speaking of the Buffalo Bills, they destroy the Seattle Seahawks. Did not have that one on my bingo card, 31-10. As Buffalo, again, as Phil was just saying, looks like they might be the team that put a scare into the Chiefs, who they look kind of fragile at the Chiefs. They look very vulnerable. We'll talk about them in a little bit here.
By the way, Seattle didn't have Metcalf. Of course, when Miami played Seattle, they had Metcalf and torched the hell out of them. So Buffalo got lucky. But what scares me about Buffalo is they've only played 3 home games so far. They got a lot of home games the rest of the way, and Miami's going there next week for the annual getting crushed. But go ahead.
The Broncos beat up on the Carolina Panthers 28-14. The Chiefs squeaked by a tight game there with the Raiders, 27-20. That's
Raiders
probably not going to. What's that?
The Raiders came to play. I was really surprised with them that game. That was a good game, entertaining game to watch. Mahomes finally got off.
Definitely competed with them there.
Yeah. Well,
time for you to rant about the Tua return. Your thoughts? They lost 28-27 against Arizona Cardinals. Your thoughts, though?
Let's start with McDaniel. So I screamed and bitched about what happened at the end of the first half last week. How he left time on the clock instead of letting the clock go down to 0 and kick the field goal. Indy gets the ball back. They kick a field goal. All the momentum shifts. Damn if McDaniel doesn't do the same exact nonsense again this week. Now, luckily, Arizona didn't get any points coming back down the other way, but they gained momentum by getting a couple of plays off. And that little bit of momentum just makes a big deal going into halftime. I don't understand the mentality of these coaches, not knowing time management and not giving the other team momentum. And McDaniel's done this twice in a row to 2 trash opponents. These are 2 wins he should have had. Dolphins are done for the year. They're still not as bad as the Jets. That's right, Jet fans. Stick it up your ass. But the Dolphins are done. I mean, you were saying last week, oh, yeah, they got a chance. No, they don't have a chance.
I bet on them. Trust me. They were one of my picks I sadly lost.
Yes. Good riddance, Tua. I'm done with you. That fourth quarter play calling, the fourth quarter passing, the center, the snap, the safety that went into the end zone. How many more times are we going to do this year? Cut the goddamn safety, the center, McDaniel. Get rid of him. How many times are we going to have these mistakes? It's ridiculous. Every damn time in a big spot, the Dolphins beat themselves. They did it last week. They did it a few weeks ago. It's time and time again. They're beating themselves. And McDaniel's done nothing to fix this. That's called Aaron Boone managing 101. Not fixing the problem, but making sure you're friends with everybody on the roster. That kind of garbage needs to go in all sports.
49ers beat up on Dallas on Sunday Night Football 30-24. Pittsburgh takes care of the New York Giants last night. Nice win again. Russell Wilson continues to improve on this offense. I think the sky's the limit for Pittsburgh. We'll see what it comes up out of the bye this week. Steelers then
last night.
What's that?
Are you proud of that win last night?
I thought the offense looked good, and they could have put the Giants away early.
Come on, they played the Giants. They let the Giants hang around.
Giants have a good defense. Let's not forget their front.
Come on! Stop it.
Giants front is one of the best fronts in football. They lead the league in sacks.
Maybe that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Exactly. I'm not sitting here like bragging about beating the Giants. They beat on the Giants and the Jets. I'm just saying the offense looks good. I mean, 275 yards back-to-back weeks from Russell Wilson. Should have had a few more touchdowns. Like, the offense looks good. The first time in a long time I could say the offense actually looks good. Again, we'll see what they really look like in 2 weeks after their bye. They play the Commanders, then they head to then they host Baltimore. So we'll see what the
division games coming up, and they're going to be nasty games because Cleveland's getting better now. The Bengals are a pissed off team, and Baltimore just seems to knock them around when they want to. It's good. It's going to be
around
Pittsburgh.
No,
those are ugly games. Come on.
Steelers always beat up on the Ravens. Get that.
I mean, they beat up on each other. That they do.
Sure thing.
But it's not going to be an easy road for Pittsburgh.
Never said it would be. That's why 6-2 going in their bye was ginormous, and that's where they are, 6-2.
I'll give you that.
And the last game of the weekend that we have two more. Talk about the Hail Mary play. What the hell was Chicago's player Stevenson doing? Shit talking the Commanders fans. He's the one that taps the ball to Noah Brown for the touchdown. That's an instant cut. That's an instant cut.
John Mayer thing to do. That was so embarrassing. I mean, my God. That's why they do the tip drill. You practice this. So that's on Chicago's coaching staff. I mean, you're tipping it in the air, nobody behind you. I mean, it was just an absolute abortion of a play. Absolutely terrible. Once again, the coaching in the NFL has really just gone downhill the past few years. You're seeing so many plays that should not be made just by simple coaching, simple practice. That's not being done anymore. It's mind-boggling. It really is. And Daniels had a hell of a game considering he got knocked around. Oh, that was the other thing. On that Hail Mary play, why are you rushing 3? Rush 5. My God, he never would have got that throw off. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah, I can never understand on a play like that.
Made that throw.
I can never understand on a play like that why they don't bring more. Because then it allows guys to get down the field. It allows him time to set himself up to launch the ball. It makes zero sense.
Rush 5.
Again, are we surprised? It's the Bears. Are we shocked? I'm not. It's the Bears. And the egg on the face for the week, that would be the one, the only, the New York Jets losing in a must-win game against the Patriots and Jacoby Brissett because Drake May gets knocked out in the first half. Oh, the Jets. This team is something else. Phil, I know you want to take a leak on the Jets. Go ahead.
Well, the breaking news coming out is talk about Aaron Rodgers retiring after this year. Wouldn't that be so sad for the Jets? Because, well, I mean, let's be fair. He's been terrible this year. I mean, Rodgers, he was what? Where am I stats? 17 for 28, 233, 2 touchdowns. Wilson, 5 for 113. The running game never got going. Why is Greg Zuerlein still on this team? I mean, he missed another field goal. He missed another extra point. He's missed six field goals this year. Why is he still on the team?
No idea.
Once again, got to be a buddy instead of a coach. Now, I have probably one of the greatest stat lines of all time. This is for my little nephew, Indy, Mr. Jet, Mr. Ha ha ha. Enjoy this one. The Jets are the only NFL team in history to lose. The record going into last week was 750-0, including the playoffs, when the team had 20-plus points, 0 turnovers, allowed less than 250 yards, and those were the 3. 20-plus points, 0 turnovers, allowed less than 250 yards, and more than 250 yards in offense. 750-0 until this week. And the Jets did that, and they blew it. Once again, special teams rears its ugly head. That's why you play all 3 phases of the game. That's right. Screw you, Jets. You're definitely toast now. 2-6. Bye-bye, baby. See you next year with no Aaron Rodgers because he's done. Olbrich even killed him after the game. I love it. Enjoy your misery, Jet fans. I can't urinate on you guys enough. That's right.
I think it's that time of the show. Let's get to it. I would be Beat the Genius. And we have an
right.
updated standings with Ray Trimble added up, caught up this week, and he takes the lead. 11 wins, 10 losses for Ray Trimble. Phil with 10 and 11. And I'm 9 and 12 as we go 1, 2, 3 right in a row.
Kenny's there somewhere. We just
Again, we sucked. We sucked this week, Phil, in picks. We were both 1 and 2.
I felt like Tua getting kneed in the head here by Hamlin this week. Oh, my God. I got screwed with my picks. I got hooked on both my losses. Absolutely terrible.
So we'll get right into picks. Phil, floor's yours. Your picks.
All right. For you Eagle fans that have been screaming at me all day today, first of all, shut the hell up. You don't scream at the genius, goddammit. I'm the genius, not you. But I'm taking your Eagles this week. I have the line 7.5 or 7?
7.5.
7.5. Okay. I am taking the Eagles minus 7.5. What's his name from Jacksonville is out for a few weeks. The receiver. What's his name? Hill?
Nah, Brian Thomas Jr.
Thomas. Probably knows Brian. Yeah, Brian Hill. He's that jerk off in Florida I play fantasy football with. He's another pant load. And by the way, Commissioner Frank Villestein, you fix my damn drop ads when I tell you to. You don't give me shit. When I tell you to fix them, you fix them, goddammit. Anyway, game number 2, the Detroit Lions minus 3.5. I don't love this game. I feel like they're going to come back to earth, but my God, they are playing so well. They're going to Green Bay. It does not look like Love is going to play. I'm going to take the Lions minus 3. No, you have 3 or 3.5?
3.5.
3.5. Okay. So I'm taking the Lions minus 3.5. My last pick is going to be Seattle against the Rams. I know Puka is back. I know Kupp is back. Seattle was embarrassed last week. Metcalf's going to be back. I like them straight up, let alone getting 1.5. So my picks this week, the Eagles, the Lions, Seattle. Do a parlay on that, guaranteed 3-0. John Mayer, new segment next week. When will Arnie Lauer wake up? Apparently, Arnie passed out on my steps last night. Saturday night at 2 a.m. after we were drinking some delicious scotch and Irish whiskey. So let's see how you're going to blow your picks this week, Colton, because you stink.
Me, I'm also taking the Philadelphia Eagles minus 7.5.
Ooh, we're both taking them. That means Jacksonville's going to win.
I'm also taking the Buffalo Bills minus 6 against the Miami Dolphins.
I looked at them, but I can't bet against my Dolphins no matter how bad they are.
I hear you.
That's an easy win. Easy win.
The fiance is not going to be happy with me, but
yeah. By the way, before you make your last pick, a happy birthday to the lovely Christina Rose. I saw it on Instagram. It was a lovely picture of her. Unfortunately, Colton decided to put himself in a picture. Why, I don't know, you egomaniac. You look like trash in that picture anyway. Who the hell wants to see you? We want to see your beautiful fiance, not you. Keep your big ugly head out of the picture next time.
Yes, thank you, Phil. I appreciate it. Yes, big shout out to my mother and to my lovely fiance. Birthdays this weekend. Very nice.
Happy birthday, Renee.
Yes, birthday on Sunday. So, yes, a nice birthday weekend for the two lovely
Instagram post?
I forgot to post it, all right?
Son. I got you, Renee. Happy birthday, Renee. Your son doesn't love you.
Son does love her. Oh, God. My last pick, I got to tell you, this week's tough with picks.
I went like that because I'm the genius.
Honestly, if Jordan Love's out, I'm going to take the Lions 3.5.
Oh, you're riding my coattails this week. I'm trying to stay close.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Lions. I don't love any other spreads this week. I like Houston, but the fact that no Stephon Diggs, I don't love them now as much.
The game's in New York, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't like that game.
I think that You know what? No, I'm gonna play it safe. I need to get some positive. I'm gonna take the Lions.
You need to stay close to me. That's what you need to do.
I'll take the Lions as well.
That's right.
That is Beat the Genius. Let me get these marked down. Again, make sure you drop your picks on the YouTube channel. Make sure you drop it on
Put them
Facebook.
in there so I can tell you how bad you stink. Except for Ray Trimble. Nice week this week, Ray. Quick note, Islanders, you suck. I can't believe how bad you're playing. The Nets, a big win against the Bucks. I didn't see that coming on Sunday. Well done. Sixers, Paul George, play a goddamn game already, will you? Embiid, load management already? Absolutely atrocious. My God. The Knicks suck, by the way. The Devils suck. The Rangers suck. And the Dolphins suck. And the Yankees suck. Screw you, Aaron Boone!
Well, I'm Colton. That's Phil. Thank you again for following. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. Again, Personal Foul Pod. Follow us on Facebook, Personal Foul Podcast. Appreciate everyone for listening. We'll be back again next week, recapping the World Series and much, much more. So I'm Colton. That's Phil. Appreciate you, everyone, for listening.
That's right.